Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This here on the Nerd Turtle Network. I'm your host, the experience of some call Jason, and with me today is
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
And the blurred dawn of the veil, the Todd Father.
And today we're going to talk about the new trailer that Marvel has dropped. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. What did it drop? 2-3 days ago?
Yeah.
As of recording. Well,
yeah, I've had a solid 3-4 days of arguing online to the point that I'm almost got bored with it. Except when I'm at work when I get paid to do it.
Yeah.
All right, well, who wants to start us off then?
I figure one of y'all, because I know y'all, surely you can be more positive than I am.
Okay, I guess I'll start us off. I like the look of Wakanda still. The costumes that I've seen so far, I ain't too mad about. Visually it looks pretty. But where to begin my disapproval? Shuri, her Black Panther run sucked, so I'm not expecting anything else from this movie.
Let me throw out a counterpoint right there.
Okay.
Thor Love and Thunder. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Haven't seen it yet.
Okay. I don't particularly advise it. It sucks. But they told a better Jane Foster Thor story than the book did.
That is true. Jane Foster Thor in Thor Love and Thunder is a better Jane Foster story than was in. But you know one thing that actually helped Jane Foster in Love and Thunder was the fact that you still had Thor as Thor running around. She didn't have to carry that movie. Where when they made a Thor in the book, yeah, you had Thor running around calling himself the Odin son and was depowered and all that kind of crap. So she had to carry that book, and it just didn't.
And failed to.
Yeah.
He was still.
She did not get to. She was not as Mary Sue in the movie as she was in the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's in the movie, she was still kind of asking, you know, it was like, oh, you know, this is my first time doing this, and she's working out catchphrases, and it's comedic and kind of,
Well, it's a sad attempt at comedic mostly, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was still, I don't know what I'm doing. She wasn't the greatest ever. It wasn't Hawkeye. I know you watched Hawkeye.
Yeah.
You notice how Kate Bishop in Hawkeye is like just the greatest fucking thing ever, and she's Avengers level
as a kid
kind of thing, and even Hawkeye's looking at her, you know, starry-eyed, like, oh, you're just the greatest. Wow. You just inspired me to be better. What the fuck? Goddamn trained killer. Get the hell out of here. It was not that.
Yeah.
I only, because with them knocking off T'Challa, I expect Shuri to be full on. I'm betting you her 98-pound ass is gonna whoop Namor, who can go toe to toe with the Hulk, and it ain't gonna make no damn. You gonna be sitting there going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That is gonna be pure black girl magic, woman power, the power of the vag. I don't give a fuck if you could, you know, literally pick up a fucking train between her and Ironheart. Watching, they'll. I'm surprised if they don't let us solo it. But I could potentially see her and Ironheart working together in some kind of team magic bullshit. Yeah, you'll have to tell me about it. I ain't going to watch it.
Well, it'll be on Disney Plus before I watch it. That's
watching it on Disney Plus. I'm that serious about not watching that movie. It's just like I've never seen Shang-Chi and I've never seen the Eternals. I plan on never seeing Wakanda Forever. And if I do see it, it's going to be on the Black Pearl. I will not even give Disney Plus the numbers for it. I will pirate that. I will get with the Hitman and get on the Black Pearl and watch that shit and be like, thank God I didn't spend no money on this shit. I really don't even want to spend time on it.
Are you saying you ain't seen it yet and you want your time back?
They hadn't done it.
Yeah.
That was...
If they were going to have done this movie, they should have honored Boseman by recasting the role like his family was like, hey, he wants this role to continue. No, we're going to kill his character.
Let's not pretend that let's not pretend that the rumors weren't already going around in the company, that they weren't already thinking about Shuri before they ever knew anything wrong with Chadwick.
In fact, if you look at the merchandising and the stuff, hell, truly, if you look at the first movie, T'Challa was more the comic book T'Challa in Captain America: Civil War than he was in his own movie.
Yeah.
Much as I love Black Panther, he was a guest star in his own shit because they gave Okoye his tactical brilliance and they gave Shuri his brain.
Yeah.
And he ended up being they still gave him, you got these co-equal folks, and it's like, that's the help. It's his little sister and the help. You make a Q, fine. You put her in a fight, probably high. Yeah, them little goofy panther gauntlets that she had, she could take out no-name motherfuckers. The second she fought somebody that had a name, they backhanded her ass somewhere. It did dick against Killmonger.
Yep.
Hell, it did dick against Corvus Glaive in Infinity War. It's a lot of levels to this thing. It's a blatant disrespect to black men. They have essentially turned Wakanda into Themyscira. Look at that trailer.
Yeah.
You got one little half-second thing of M'Baku, and it looked like he's either about to be hit by a wave or Namor or one other, which ain't gonna go well for his ass.
Nope.
I believe you saw him looking up like something was coming down on him. I'm assuming that was a wave.
Yeah,
and you see one of him. You see, I think you saw one scene that looked like it was him from the back leaping. I think at Namor.
Yeah, and like I said, him against Namor ain't gonna turn out well.
No.
Let's be honest. M'Baku couldn't beat T'Challa.
Yeah.
Unempowered. He ain't whipping Namor.
No. Even in the comics, when you got him as the White Ape, he's fucking strong, but he ain't.
He's Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man strong. He ain't Namor strong. Namor picks up tanks and juggles them and throws them.
Yeah. Namor fights the Hulk. And if he can drag the Hulk underwater, whips the Hulk.
Yeah.
Now, let's point out one strategic advantage M'Baku will have movie-wise, at least. Namor's got like a effing bone shoved through his nose or something. You just grab that and you ain't getting real hard.
Yeah. He's got bones shoved through his ear or jewelry shoved through his ear. Yank that and he'll scream.
Yeah, and it may be jewelry through the nose. I can't really tell what it is.
Hey,
I had noticed that. I'm just sitting there going, good Lord, what the hell?
Yeah, he's got some sort of jewelry through the bottom through his septum. And then he's got piercings through both of his ears. And, in a fight, that's not something you want to be wearing because it ain't Queensberry rules. You in a fight, somebody gonna yank that and rip it.
And that's little nitpicky stuff. It's just that it's got nothing to do with the character. It just looks dumb.
Yeah. Heck, truthfully,
that would be almost like me complaining about when you see just a little group of Atlanteans standing on a road. Now I like the fact that they've clearly got like mouthpieces over them because regular Atlanteans can't breathe air.
Yeah.
But you got the chick standing there in all the feathers. Dear, you're a swimmer.
Yeah.
You're not wearing something with a lot of feathers. The gold jewelry, the piercing, whatever. That's not, Now, that's little nitpicky stuff that I'm doing because nothing else in the trailer really impressed me.
Yeah. Well, the trick is that's not a fight if it goes physically that the Wakandans can win. So you kind of sitting there going, so you expect me to go pay for a movie that one, ain't got the goddamn hero in it. And two, watch the main characters get their asses handed to them because every fucking Atlantean under that fucking water is super strong. They all lift in the tons, every damn one of them. They are less than Namor, who's going toe-to-toe with the Hulk. But hell, you still talking about something, hell, an Atlantean baby could probably pick up a damn truck.
Yeah, in one of the books one time, you had some Atlantean teenagers, and they were on the surface, and they were as strong or stronger than Captain America.
Yeah, because Cap's just peak human in the book.
You know, and you know, then you got an adult that goes out and picks, you know, cars up and juggles them or throws them like they're nothing. Yeah, because you know the next person you got closest to Namor is Atuma, and
Atuma ain't a mutant. He's just an Atlantean.
Yeah, he just like one of the most in shape Atlanteans they got. Yeah, he picks up stuff and chunks it with no problem. He batters in walls. He does all this kind of stuff that you know.
Normal people ain't fighting that. You may have some kind of tech to shoot it. You have some kind of powered suit to fight it. But if you talking about something that shit like you had at the end of the first one, where the Border Tribe and the Jabbar are going at, yeah, you ain't gonna do that shit. Hell, that goddamn rhino ain't enough. They pimp slap a baseline hell, that Atlantean woman could probably pimp slap that damn rhino from here to June. Yeah, it just don't. I don't know what the fuck
unbalanced.
I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
They didn't have somebody that knows the comic books.
Just do it, because I can tell you, I am willing to bet that I know the comic that this was going to be based on if Chadwick had lived. And it was going to be the one where Shuri took over. Remember when because Namor was involved with that. Namor set up T'Challa with Doom to ambush him. And he hurt him bad enough that's what had Shuri ended up in the first damn place.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it. They go, oh no, we had to rewrite this because of Chadwick's death. You notice how quick they did it?
Yeah.
Which meant they didn't change much.
Or they knew ahead of time, he's got cancer.
No, they didn't. That's the whole point. They didn't know he had cancer. They were going to replace him anyway. Chadwick's, had he lived, T'Challa was going to either end up dead or in a coma. And you're going to have Shuri's ass run around in the second fucking movie. They were going to do this. That's what I'm telling you. That's the reason why the rewrites were so damn quick, is because they didn't have to change much. The only thing they changed was how T'Challa got fucked up. They didn't have a Chadwick to film a betrayal or something like that, so they go, oh, he got some terminal illness off screen, and he just dead. And I guess we can go from that into the fact that I find Marvel basically dragging out Chadwick's corpse as marketing for this film. I find that shit disgusting.
Yeah.
Because you know the online thing is now, because you know in Africa, somebody died, you were white. And that's the thing. Oh, everybody show up on opening night wearing their white. No. If I put on some white, I will either take the money that I would have spent on this movie and dedicate it to Howard University's acting thing, because it's named after Chadwick. In his name. Oh, hell, if I could find some kind of way to send it to his wife. I ain't giving Disney a goddamn dime to come out and go, well, let's celebrate Chadwick's life by pissing on his life's work while I wear white. Kiss my ass. Yeah. I am literally 2 seconds from basically going every damn thing Marvel I have, chucking it, and if the goddamn stock was worth any damn thing anymore, I'd sell the hell out of that shit. Because I've owned Disney stock now for a while, and it's to the point. If it was anywhere close to what the fuck it was worth when I bought it, I'd sell the hell out of it. I find that repulsive.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate what they've done to black men. I don't appreciate what they've done to black boys. We had one goddamn hero. One. We had one that wasn't fucked up. And you have that online. And what are you black heroes? Well, let's see. I could have Sam, who is blatantly inferior to Steve in every fucking way. He just is. Steve's out running cars and, holding down helicopters one arm. Sam ain't doing shit. Sam getting his ass kicked by girls. First thing Sam did when he put on the Captain America uniform was get his ass kicked by Batroc. Yeah. That's literally the first damn thing that happened to him. Batroc beat his ass. So I got a powerless sidekick standing in hand-me-downs that his feet don't fit. So there's Sam. I can have Rhodey, who has always been Tony's sidekick that I doubt he can even fix his own arm. Yeah, he's got a boss. You had Heimdall, who at least had powers, but one, his powers were lame, and two, he's a doorman. He's the Black Doorman. He was the Black Doorman of Asgard, and when you see him in Love and Thunder, he's the Black Doorman in Valhalla. So he don't even get to rest when he goes to heaven. He's still at the goddamn door. You got Nick Fury, who was basically Hydra's front man. He had bosses. He wasn't, he was director of S.H.I.E.L.D., but hell, he had a board over him. He had bosses all over him. None of them have a goddamn woman. Well, they gave Heimdall one after he died. They gave him a wife and a son that you never heard of until he croaked. Awful damn funny in Ragnarok when he was getting everybody out. You don't see his wife and kid near him. The less said about Fastos, the better. That's another one that hell. He's literally a bio robot. Because they turned the Eternals into some kind of damn bio droid for the Celestials. So yeah, they ain't real. T'Challa was kind of it. He had his own powers. He didn't have a boss. He wasn't somebody's buddy. He was kind of his own man. There was a reason why black men were like, sweet God, we finally got somebody. And you would have people, well, what about Blade? T'Challa stands alone, truthfully, damn near in comics, period. Much less the MCU. The MCU's a shithole if you straight black and a dude. He's the only one that ever kissed a girl. He's the only one that had a woman ever be interested in him. And there was a reason why you had little kids like, oh shit. And you had the daddies going, oh shit. And hell, you had my 80-some-year-old dad going, oh shit.
Yeah, he was a hero for the generations.
Because he stood alone in that, and their thing was, oh well, you don't need it. Fuck it. We'll just replace him, and you'll sit there and do this. And I've seen people online, well, can't your sons idolize Shuri? No, because my son will grow up to be a boy. He'll grow up to be a man. Boys don't grow up to be little girls. They don't. If you want decent men, you have to give little boys images of the man you want them to grow up to be.
Yeah, give them a role model to work toward.
He's not going to grow up to be Shuri. He's just not. And it's like they literally went out, and I called it walking out of the movie the first time we saw it. I told my buddy Travis and my friend Mark, I said, I hope y'all enjoy this one because Disney, they didn't pay attention to this motherfucker. But on that sequel, they going to pay attention. They going to fuck that sequel all the way up. And damn if they ain't proved me fucking right. They literally took and said, let's gay it up. Let's get rid of the dudes. Because all that shit's in there. They were just, oh, see, now you're going to have Anika. Because Disney is all about diversity and inclusion, and then when it comes to a straight black male, then it's a fucking problem. Then it might as well, Pearl Mother could have gave you that movie. He literally could, that's the movie he'd have given you if you'd have got one. The strong black woman with no man, and every man in it either dead, well hell, they basically taking the main character, hell, you either dead or in jail. And M'Baku's the last one,
he's gonna die.
And I'm sitting there going, I wouldn't be shocked if they don't clean sweep his ass.
Yep. Yeah, I'm expecting that scene where you see him jumping off whatever it is, and he's coming up with that war club at Namor. I'm figuring, yeah, that's how they kill him.
Or that wave hits him. Because when I saw him looking up through that thing, I was like, because that's the only one I noticed. At first, I was like, oh, yeah, hell, he's going to be ground zero when Namor floods the joint. Well, that's the end of his ass. They literally turned it into Themyscira. There's not going to be any strong male presence in there other than Namor, who, hell, let's be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't boo some Wakandan woman up with his ass. So they
figure sure.
Yeah, then you have the complete thing, the removal of black man, the swirling of the black woman. The black woman is too strong for a brother, but buck broken for any white dude. She doesn't turn her into Michonne. Because that was literally Michonne on the TV show Walking Dead. She was too strong. Any brother, all the brothers that she dealt with in the book, she didn't fuck with none of them, but she basically was a kitten for Rick. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. They turned her into a mammy for Carl first, and then they turned her into a kitten for Rick. And if you watch Talking Dead after that, they literally talked about Rick like he just bagged a fucking lion. And that's kind of the Hollywood. They like that shit.
Yeah.
They like black men that don't breed. Because everybody else is asexual or gay. Sam, Nick, Rhodey are asexual. You ain't seen them with a woman. You ain't. Hell, Sam would flirt with Black Widow, but you never got the impression that she looked at him and like, what the fuck ever. You just kind of exist in a there.
You in the friend zone.
If that, you truthfully in the damn coffee mug zone. You just there. So we're gonna talk about Namor.
Yeah. I think that the easiest way that Wakanda could take out that particular Namor is play the chalupas out there, and that would just lure him away from the battle.
That is horribly racist. You pick
dude is fat. He don't have a swimmer's body.
You had that rolls. I looked at that. I was like, hold on.
He got rolls.
I was like,
he got fat rolls. I'm sorry, if I had been in charge somewhere at Marvel, not necessarily in charge of the Black Panther 2 movie, but I did not, and then I saw who they cast and what he was going to look like, I would have been in that meeting going, excuse me a minute, and I'd had a picture of Michael Phelps. This is a swimmer's body. This is how a person who swims every day of life looks. That is a guy that sits and drinks beer and eats food that's unhealthy for him and watches sports. See the difference?
It's dad bod Namor. It's body positivity, man. They got to see it. This is Black Panther's quote unquote the black film. So they got to cram all the liberal talking points into that one movie, so they don't have to do that shit nowhere else.
And when it fails, they're gonna blame the fans for not supporting it.
Well, you're already racist. The black guys that are going, ain't no god, what the fucking man in this damn? We're already misogynist. Your chalupa comment, you're racist.
I have nothing against his race.
Whatever.
I'm saying the character.
I don't give a shit. You're racist. Just take it. What do you want? Let's see. We're body shaming him because we're sitting there going, Swills ain't built like that. Ain't that a fat roll?
Well, now you can also body shame all the other male Atlanteans you see because a lot of them have got a little bit of the Dunlop disease. Dunlap disease.
Yes. If you swim,
the women are in great. The women Atlanteans are in great shape from what I see.
They're there for eye candy.
The amount of body shaming does not.
Okay, fine. I'm body shaming him. I'll admit it. I'm gonna own up to it. I'm body shaming the actor that's playing Namor. You should have went to the damn gym. I'm fat, but I'm not on screen. Okay, dude. You're playing a superhero. You're supposed to, unless you're playing Kingpin, you got no excuse but to go to the fucking gym and tone that shit up a little bit.
I literally call him the sub-sandwicher online.
That's true. You do it. I laughed at it.
Dude, because people, and when I saw him, I was like, who is that? Namor the sub-sandwicher? What the fuck?
Even the action figure that they got for him is not cut up.
I'm telling you, it's the black film, you got to cram it all in there. So you got Latinos / people of color, because the Atlanteans are blue, so that's literally a person of color.
That's true.
You got LGBTQ representation.
From who?
Aya's in it. They just announced that Anika's in it. You know, Anika's a girlfriend in the book. They were saying that Okoye is gonna be bisexual out the fucking blue in this one, so well, hell, they gotta be. They ain't got no goddamn men. Gotta fuck something. They turned it into Themyscira. Themyscira was full of lesbians. Why? There wasn't no fucking men.
Yep.
So you got that, and you got Namor and his body positivity. You got Dad Bod Namor running around up in this motherfucker. And I can guarantee you, the more people dog it out, the more Disney's gonna go, God damn, you Black Panther fans are toxic. Because that's their go-to.
Guess what? I'm toxic.
Yeah. Disney's motto is, it's not our product, it's you.
Well, then it's me.
Yeah, they do it so much now that hell, I'm literally just like, I'll be that. Oh, you toxic, misogynist, body shaming. Yep, I'll be that, and I'll be that at home on opening weekend.
Well, like I said,
Sit there and
go
giggle
to
my
the theater
fucking
to
ass
see
off.
this. If I've still got Disney Plus when they put it on Disney Plus, I'll watch it. The only reason I watched the Eternals was because Jennifer wanted to watch it. She kept hearing so much about it, and she's like, "I want to watch it." I'm like, "Fine, we'll watch it."
Yeah.
I
You said
didn't
about
fan of the
Twilight.
Eternals in the books. I didn't know much about it. It was like, okay, it's
What'd you say, Jason?
Oh, he say it. I'm just pointing out that he's blaming yet another crappy movie on Jennifer made him watch it like he does the Twilight movies.
Hey, fair is fair. I make her watch a lot of movies that she's not interested in.
We have
Maybe
a
that's
reward for that.
maybe that's the benefit of being married.
Yeah, that's a compromise of being married. You watch stuff that the wife wants to watch, but she's got to watch stuff that you want to watch.
Maybe that's
Maybe-
the benefit of being married is you can watch all the shitty movies that you don't want to take credit for and blame it on the wife when she ain't right. Hey, Twilight, her fault. I want to watch Eternals, that was her fault. I didn't want to watch Spotless, Sunshine of the Eternal Mind, that was her fault.
I've never seen that movie.
I swear to
Or you could do what my parents do. Mom can be watching Fiddler on the Roof in the living room, and Dad will go back to the bedroom and watch baseball.
Well,
Yeah.
Danny ain't got that kind of freedom. Anyway.
I'm afraid she might push the button, knock me out.
Well, anyway, in wrapping up, though, I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
I want each of you, and I'll come up with something myself, to mention something that you liked in the trailer.
Namor was wearing green trunks.
Very good.
That's it.
You're going for the low-hanging fruit, but still, I'll give you credit for it. Danny?
I was gonna say the green trunks. Now I've got to think. Give me a second. The one scene where you got the one that plays Michonne. What's her character's name? Okoye on the bridge, and she's getting pushed back, and she does the whole thing with the staff. Like, okay, she's having her 5 minutes of fame in the movie in a cool fight.
Oh, I bet you love her more than that, but...
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
And she could. I mean, she should. She's been a badass and everything else she's popped up in.
Yeah, but the time you see her fight in the damn casino in the first Black Panther is like, oh, she hell on wheels with that staff. Yeah.
Well, it's a spear, but yes.
Spear, yeah.
All right, y'all rose to the challenge. I'm quite impressed.
Oh, you not taking part in it?
Oh, sure. I like the scene where you see Namor being born just because they had the wings on the baby's feet.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
he
did.
did.
And you can see the guy, or you can see the person delivering the baby looking at him like WTF.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell? This is the abomination. Kill it.
We're fish people. Why do you have feathers? 'Tis unnatural.
Some kind of vibe.
But with making them like Aztec, whatever.
Yeah, because it's not Atlantis, it's Tolokan or some shit like that.
But making them that where they have feathered headdresses and feathered based mythology. They probably, instead of looking at him like, oh, we got to kill this thing, they're looking at, oh, he's been blessed by the gods. So
No, that's quite possible.
Kind of get that.
Or as Marvel's going, I don't think black people are going to go see this shit like they did this last one. Quick, add a minority that we actually like. Hey, they tried it with Shang-Chi and it didn't work, so they said, fuck it, we gonna put Hispanics right in the middle of your shit. How this been about you?
Pretty much.
All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap up here. I don't think we're going to be able to wring any more positivity out of this one.
Well, I said he had green trunks. What the fuck else you want?
That's high praise coming from him.
He got winged feet and green trunks. That's almost Namor. He's He's almost as close to Namor as DC's Aquaman was. See? That's a positive.
But at least Jason Momoa looked like he was in shape enough to swim underwater for long periods of time.
Now you fucking the shit. You ruined the positivity that I've given this movie. That he was almost as much Namor as Jason Momoa's Aquaman.
All right, let me wrap this up before y'all go off.
All right.
Running off our whole, half a dozen listeners. So anyway, if you have your own opinions about the movie, if you think we're a bunch of assholes for how we've talked about it, feel free to, drop us a line. You can leave a comment in the video below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast format, you can drop us a line at the nerdeternal@gmail.com. Tell us what you thought. If you send us an email, you know what? We'll even read it online or on air. Is it on air or online in a podcast?
It's online.
Okay.
Be full of
We'll read the stuff out loud is what I'm saying. So anyway, until next week, thank you for coming by. I have been your host, the experience of some called Jason, and with me today has been
CDL-113, the droid you're looking for.
And hoping to reach levels of toxicity that I literally eat through the floor. The Todd Father.
And we will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.